Hey, what's going on? How y'all doing out there today? This is your Uncle Steve here on Super Bowl Sunday. Seattle takes on the New England Patriots about 3.5 hours from now. We'll be getting the kickoff to that game. In the meantime, we're just going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world. And goodness gracious, unfortunately, we had some things go on in the world of our Atlanta Falcons that we didn't want to talk about, but we are going to have to. uh, James Pierce Jr. arrested yesterday. I'll run down the charges and what he was arrested for, and we could talk about I don't know, the virtues and everything as far as what happens now. What move does the team make? I don't want to make you know the whole case in a couple of hours, but I tell you what, it does not look good for the home team in this sake, even from James Pierce's sake or from the Atlanta Falcons. So until then, let's check out what's going on Super Bowl Sunday. Y'all come on back and we'll talk about it for a little while on Uncle Steve's Lounge.
You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. Gonna sit down, have a good time. You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. Gonna sit down, have a good time. You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge. Gonna sit down, have a good time.
What's up, everybody? Hope y'all having a good Sunday. Again, Super Bowl Sunday here in Uncle Steve's Lounge. I am Uncle Steve. Appreciate y'all joining us here today. Y'all come on and hang with your uncle for a little while. I know they're gonna start the mega pre Super Bowl stuff in a couple of minutes anyway, but just trying to check the temperature on the Atlanta fan base. As again, we got some unfortunate breaking news last night about James Pierce. I'm gonna take the story straight off of ESPN from last night, so I make sure a lot of people I understood where they were coming from with this. But I'm reading straight from Mark Ronald Maldi from ESPN, and he said Atlanta Falcons rookie linebacker James Pierce Jr. was arrested Saturday in Florida after an alleged domestic dispute involving Los Angeles Sparks forward Rakia Jackson. Police said Pierce was arrested in Miami-Dade County on 2 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and a count of aggravated stalking. He was also charged with fleeing and eluding police officers, aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer, and resisting an officer without violence to his person. Say he was booked into the jail at 6:58 yesterday. Doral Police Chief Edwin Lopez said the alleged dispute was between Pierce and Jackson. Lopez told the outlet that Pierce was arrested after fleeing the alleged dispute and crashing his vehicle, during the police chase. Atlanta Falcons said, "We are aware of an incident involving James Pierce Jr." The Falcons said in a prepared statement, "We are in the process of gathering more information and will not have any further comment on an open legal matter at this time." Now, I'm trying to I want to make sure, first starting the whole thing off with, yep, not good at all. Optics are horrible. This isn't something that looks great. There's no way you can spin this. There's no positive way for you to say, um, especially the way he was arrested. They had some film that they saying that was him. Does look like him, but hey, who knows? Just trying to make sure. And it's very tricky at this point because we have the charges, but we don't have the 100% story. Uh, you know, they mentioned Ricky Jackson's name, the police did. So I feel comfortable because a lot of times with victims, they usually don't, want the victim's name, but the mere fact that they said it, I don't know. Maybe they asked her permission. I don't know. We don't know everything that happened yet. This is not holding out hope for him to play football. This is just holding out hope that the young man, I don't know, just had an unfortunate lapse or something, and it can be redeemed somehow later on. I mean, right now he's gonna have to pay the price. Right now, the Falcons are probably looking at not having him for the foreseeable future in the 2026 season, and also wondering, do they want to hold on to a player that has the potential to have that type of reaction? Now, my first thought is, and I'm honest with you, oh man, he's probably gone for the season. But then as I took a deep breath, as I normally do, and kind of just sat back and started thinking about it, and I said, well, something that we're not used to doing when you hear initial stories and you hear initial things, like, let's see what the deal is first. First, pointing out that obviously we don't condone any physical violence towards men or women at all. As far as a man striking a woman striking a man striking a man, all that stuff as far as when you're in a dispute. I did notice that the dispute didn't say physical harm to the body, bodily harm. I noticed that. Still doesn't mean anything. Don't know the whole story. If you go on Twitter, you'll get lost because I've seen every scenario from people that might not even know. I've heard things that they're saying that's happened to her, and I haven't seen a picture. I haven't seen her come out with a statement. So until then, I'm just holding tight. Not only holding tight just for the sake of having factual information, but holding tight because we all at some point are so judgmental about what just went on. Uh, we don't know. I don't. And until I get some answers, and probably won't get any answers until Monday, I'm sure. It's just a lot of speculation right now as to what exactly went on, aside of him fleeing the police and aside of him obviously sounding like he was trying to hit her with the car. I don't know. But I don't know. But a lot of the things that I don't know the answer about, and unless you're a next door neighbor to her or him down there, you don't know either. So I just look at it from the Atlanta Falcons point of view to say, whew, it does not look good for the home team. Um, you got to weather the storm. All of this Monday morning quarterbacks. Yeah, I told you we shouldn't have drafted him. And all that is irrelevant because you're the same ones that was cheering him on when he was getting sacked for 5 games in a row. Let's not pretend like. Don't try to pretend like now all of a sudden you're the moral police. We are all guilty of it because we were all rooting for that when it was going on. I guess my only thing is just to say, you know what? Let's wait to see what happens. If we get a report on something that it either changes our mind or changes the view of the story, then I'll be able to come back and definitively say, okay, that happened. Let's run with that. Everything else we're saying at this point is just, alleged right now. But it could be something that could play into the Falcons right now. And that aside, that's a very, 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 very serious situation. But as far as the Falcons concerned, would that change the mind of the brass about keeping Arnold Ebiketie? Does that change the mind of incoming Ian Cunningham about maybe reaching to get another edge rusher in this year's draft? And none of this is making light of the other situation that's going on. These are practical questions you're going to have to ask yourself as management of the team, as opposed to what do you do next? Because even if that happens and it's got to play itself out in the courts or whatever, Falcons got to move on. Falcons going to have to put a team on the field, no matter what happens to James Pierce Jr. They have to put a team on the field and still, the season isn't over, folks. Oh, yeah, Falcons just falconing again. Oh, then the church hope's coming to get us again. Oh, all that nonsense. Like, yeah, dude, it's February 8th. The team they put on the field might make us forget all about this. You don't know. I don't either. But all I know is we do have to figure out, from a sense of the fans, what happens next. I'll say this. It does seem like, with the seriousness of what happened, at minimum, we probably not going to see him for half the season. Probably put that in the bank. Barring there being some, oh, I'm sorry, drop the charges, but those law enforcement charges can't be dropped. Unless there's some other things that get dropped, that bottom line is he's going to miss games. And then the next natural question is he still going to be on this team? And I just don't have enough right now. Matt Ryan probably doesn't have enough right now. Ian Cunningham doesn't have enough right now. Arthur Blank probably doesn't have enough right now to determine that until they talk to James Pierce Jr. And somebody will probably reach out to Rickea Jackson as well. Not to get her to say anything, whatever, just to say, hey, what happened? Because if that's such egregious character miss that happened yesterday, then that's something that they really have to think about. But if you ask me to a person at the moment, at February 8th at 3:12 p.m., I'm not going to sit here and just say I've thrown the man out of the memory of my mind. I can't do that. I can't say it with a clear conscience because I don't know everything. And I also know that there have also been cases where, yeah, if something happened, if this was horrible and whatever, and the person turns around and changes for the good, it's happened. And I don't know whether that's me leaning on my faith to know that second chances are not that's real, I should say. Second chances are real. In the moment we gasp and we, oh no. But then we also are very forgiving people because most of us have made mistakes in our life. Now, let me make it clear again. If there was any physical type of injury done hand to hand, hand to face, hand to body, hand to whatever, yes, that's a totally different story. But as of yet, we don't see that. And it would be interesting to me. It's interesting to me that the policeman came out and said they had a dispute. He didn't say whether it was, a physical striking. He said he fled. I don't know. But if you go on the social media boards, I mean, I swear I've seen things that like this is Grand Theft Auto of the scenarios I've been hearing. So it's kind of tough at this moment to grasp that. But hey, right now, folks, I'm just at a standstill because I just don't have enough information to make a complete judgment on what's going on. All I can tell you is it doesn't look good at all. And I'm going to just keep it right there. But I want to know what you think as far as that's concerned. Now, getting on to other football news on the football team. We had one of the oh duh moments yesterday, ironically, earlier in the day, where Adam Schefter texts us out like it's supposed to be breaking news that Kirk Cousins is probably going to get released before March 11th, which is not really a huge shock. I mean, I think I kind of saw the writing on the wall. Maybe he's already had that conversation with Coach Stefanski. And who knows, just to be let go and maybe to be able to sign to another team prior to the draft and all of that stuff. And he just might want to get out of Atlanta, period. And I kind of don't blame him. He did a lot of it to himself. But yeah, get out of here. Maybe he retires. I don't know. He might get the broadcasting bug like Matt did. Lord knows he got the $100 million to rest on that he made from us the last 2 years. But I don't think that's like breaking news that he's gone. I saw a lot of people clamoring for him. How does that make you feel as an Atlanta fan? Were you holding out hope that Kirk Cousins could? I don't know. People were acting like he saved the season the last 4 games. But were you holding out hope that Kirk Cousins would come back? I mean, let me know. Or to you, is this a non-story? Because I think a lot of us are more intrigued what happens to Kyle Pitts and what happens to Caden Ellis in that sense. I think the Kirk Cousins story, not too much of a surprise. And then again, we're going to talk about the Super Bowl today. Seattle, New England. Tell me who you got. Give me a score. What you think it's going to be. I think, if I'm not mistaken, unless the line went up, I think the last line I saw was 4.5. Seattle's 4.5-point favorite. A lot of people are saying that kind of the same scenario, like Seattle in a close one. I don't know. So what do you think? And anything else you want to talk about in the world of football, in the world of what's going on? Just want to hear what you all are thinking about. Let me know. Here at Uncle Steve's Lounge. I'm your Uncle Steve. If you don't mind, as you come in, make sure you hit that like button for me. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We appreciate you joining us here on this Super Bowl Sunday. Go starting us off. My brother Dre is in the house. What's going on, man? Happy birthday to you, brother. I know you're having a big birthday today. Congratulations. Know that beard is getting gray as mine these days. Hope you and the family are well, my friend. D. Sloan is in the house. What's up, D? Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Seahawks are going to win. So that's a vote in the Seahawks category. What's going on, Robin? Robin, how you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us here in Uncle Steve's Lounge, as well as T. Terry in the house. What's going on, my friend? Thank you for joining us again. As y'all come in, make sure y'all like the video on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, we appreciate you hitting the like for us there as well. 82 Monte Carlo is in the house. What's going on? He said, let's go see chicken. Sound like that's a Seahawk vote. And I think a lot of Atlanta folks are probably just not in the mood to root for New England to win another Super Bowl. I wonder why. That's not really a shock. But that's where we are. Robin says, I would hold on to him and let it play out and see where we go from there. That's probably where I am right now. It's just we are fresh, and we're fresh in everything that's happening. You know, our eyes see the takedown. I mean, I don't know whether he was on something. I don't know what triggered him. I don't know what is going on, but I'm kind of like that. I just want to hold judgment until I see something or hear something more solid about what may have happened. It's just too easy to jump out and just immediately draw a conclusion about the whole situation. But again, all it's going to take is for some type of either physical evidence or something a little bit more accurate to say this happened for me to say, okay, now I have a little bit more to go on. I just don't have enough information to draw a full conclusion. So I'm kind of like you, just hold tight and see what happens. Kelvin's in the house. What's up, Kelvin? Say what's up, let's just let him have his day in court and go from there. And these are not, and I know some people, in which is, that's your prerogative, how you want to think. I know there are a lot of people that's like, get rid of him now, cut him tomorrow, because we don't need that on the field. And even some people evoking the Mike Vick situation, which again is really not even relevant to this in a way, but we'll all try to draw conclusions and parallels, and I'm kind of in this point. I'm at this court. Let's let him have his day, and we'll go. Monte Carlo. So they say both was in front of the police station arguing. So how did they get the other stuff? Yeah, I think the one thing that's really interesting to me, because if it was as cut and dry as a lot of folks are saying, well, he hit her. Well, he domestically abused. I don't know that. Because if it was, it seemed like that would have been something on the report. It seemed like it would. Not saying it couldn't come later. Not saying if this happened, there are some scars or there are some things that may have, I don't know. But I do know that we have not a lot of information right now. We only have the charges. Dondre is in the house. What's up, Dondre? Say there's two sides to a story. Very true. Very true. Yeah, Monte Carlo say people are upset they can't buy his jersey on the site, which is really weird. It's really weird how stuff like that becomes important to folks in these moments. And I mean, yeah, like, kind of the same. Dude, oh, come on, y'all. Alan Mike is in here. What's up, man? He said, hi, Aunt. We took a chance. It worked out till yesterday, but we knew it can happen, and it did. And he's meaning to some of the reports, and there were rumors and whispers around that he might be a little difficult. And we're not trying to, I'm not in the business of trying to paint anybody into a certain box and just say that's what they said he was, and now he proved them wrong. Nobody was saying all that when he was getting the 10.5 sacks. So I'm not saying the 10.5 sacks buys him morality, but I am saying some fans stop pretending like all of a sudden you knew, oh, this was going to happen. I'm not saying you, Mike, but I'm just saying a lot of other fans sometimes kind of tend to act like, see, you knew it was going to happen. Chris B, what's going on, man? He said, last night I was watching Cops in jail, and then the story broke with a segue it was. Yeah, that's weird, right? That's weird. When I saw the alert come across, and I was like, no. And because I knew, and that's why I was very careful, and that's why I went to the ESPN report when they mentioned Rakia Jackson, because obviously, if you didn't know it, if you're not familiar with the WNBA, Rakia Jackson is a star in the WNBA, and she was there with James when he got drafted. When she was playing, the Sparks came here to Atlanta to play at College Park, he showed up for her. They were together. She came to the Tampa Bay game, the first game of the year. So it's not like this wasn't, this was a relationship that everybody knew about. I'm making the assumption they met at Tennessee because he was at Tennessee the same time she was. So yeah, just yeah, weird. Uh Mike says, hope you and your family are doing great and your weather is good. Yeah, it finally got a little warmer today, which I'm kind of glad it did. But yeah, it's been rough the last couple of weeks. I think they say it's supposed to get up to the mid 60s, and I know 70s a couple of days this week, and then I think it's supposed to dip back down by the end. But I definitely plan on getting out and about on um, tomorrow in the next couple of days and try to enjoy this good weather. I think they actually say it's supposed to rain this week. So hopefully that'll be uh, better. Kevin says, "Come on, he's only 23," and that's kind of where I just say before we absolutely positively just call him a wasted case, not for the sake of football, for the sake of redemption as a person in itself. Just to say you can make mistakes and come back from them. This was a huge mistake. If I see 6 officers trying to wrestle you to the ground, that's a mistake. But we all have learned that we can also atone for our mistakes. And that's the forgiving part that I have. Now, again, if there is going to be a punitive price to pay for something he did that we haven't heard about, that's why I'm not diving into the pool of judgment right now, because I don't know. When I find out, trust me, come back, we'll talk about it and figure it out. But for right now, I just can't throw all my eggs in that basket saying, throw the book at him and cut him from the team and disown him and all of that. Can't do that yet. I can't. Monica say, yeah, cuz at 23, I was doing the absolute most. That kid is my age. Yeah, I mean, if we all take a look, and look, I don't want to say all. If the majority of us take a look, because at 23, 22, 23, well, I wasn't the most colorful. I wasn't the greatest angel in the world. Granted, I wasn't doing anything domestic, which hasn't been proven he'd touched anybody yet. But we all, I think we all deserve. We've been given God's grace, and a lot of us just tend to, forget about that sometimes. Like none of us are perfect. None of us are perfect at all. So hopefully we can get that together. Say his bond is 20 grand and he's getting out today. Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. Hopefully that's good for him. Good for him if he does that. OMT Studios is in the house. What's going on? What's up? What's up, everybody? Michael says he thinks Seahawks are going to win 27-17. Kelvin says Seahawks 35-17, game over by the third quarter. Jackson Smith. Now, it's kind of interesting that you say that. Now, I just got a little, when y'all were talking about that, I literally just got a ESPN alert, and I'm going to read it here as I literally it just hit, saying Atlanta Falcons linebacker James Pierce remains in jail on 5 felony charges following what police said was a domestic dispute. I'm trying to see, is there anything new? They talk about the charges. Not really. Said Pierce remains incarcerated at the Turner Correctional Center on a $20,500 bond, and the case was assigned to the Felony Domestic Crimes Intake Unit. He was also given a pretrial condition stay-away order with regards to Jackson, who was a forward with the LA Spark. So that's where we are right now as far as that's concerned. Keith Smith, what's up, Keith? How you doing, brother? He said, we can't get right. Yeah, it's horrible. Deanna's in the house. Hey, Deanna, happy Super Bowl to you. It's crazy. I got my buddy in here. I see backstage. I just poke my head down there. I don't know how long you've been sitting there or not. Uh, look, I was reading it. I just got an alert as soon as we were sitting there from ESPN updating the case. But uh, y'all say hello to my brother in arms. Big Low Country Sports is in the house on a Super Bowl Sunday. How you doing, my friend?
Man, we doing good, huh? How you doing today, my friend?
Man, dude, I'm doing well, man. And if those of you who haven't had an opportunity or like me, I not haven't had the opportunity, but last night I came home a little late and I happened to tune in and I saw the emergency coaches meeting last night. And I'm just saying, brother, I know none of us were expecting this type of stuff. Just for those who didn't get a chance to holler at you yesterday, man, what were your initial thoughts? Where are you? What are you thinking? And where are you with this?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like I know a lot of times people, they think about like a star player sustaining the injury, and I'm sorry, not sustaining the injury, but getting in trouble. They think about a star player, and a lot of times the first thing they think about is the lack of production we're gonna have on the field.
Right.
First thing I thought about was the victim.
That's
First
right.
of all,
That's right.
so like I said last night, man. I hope she didn't get hurt, and man, I could imagine that being a scary situation, bro. I could definitely imagine.
Did it? And I don't know if you read before you came on. The policeman actually came out and he was saying that there was a domestic dispute,
Mhm.
and then he fled the situation. There was something interesting to me. Bless you, brother. There was
Thank you.
something, y- you know, and again, this is not trying to be Johnny Cochran for James Pierce at all. Again, just the mere fact of having the dispute as they did is scary enough
Yeah.
for Miss Jackson. But was it odd to you that you didn't hear anything that said she was struck, she had injuries, or anything like that? Now, there's also intimidation, and that's
Yeah.
abuse too.
Yes.
But I found it interesting in those charges. I didn't see that. And the only reason I bring that up, Lo, is because when you start looking at the charges and how they're, stated for that young man's life, I, I just want to, I hope and pray that there was nothing physically done to her
I know it.
as far as putting her hands
I
on her.
know it.
Yeah.
So it's like I heard conflicting stories because last night I heard that she had a broken nose. Oh, you heard that too?
I heard, but it hasn't been substantiated. And
Exactly.
don't you think the policeman would have put that out though? That she had
Yes.
injuries. I,
Yes.
I have yet to hear, and the guy came out and said they were in a domestic dispute. He didn't say she was struck. And again, wanting people to clearly understand, I'm not saying that still isn't, um, intimidating. James Pierce is not a small man,
No.
and
No.
that's something that still needs to be taken seriously. But I was just a little. It just made me think, and I was like, okay, I, I've seen situations where it seems like people, I want to say, have gotten away with worse, which sounds ugly and sounds horrible.
Yeah,
But
and that's the same thing I was struggling
yeah,
with. It's like we've seen it, right?
yeah,
We
yeah.
we I mean Ray Lewis, the whole you
Well,
know.
well, well, some, some will say murder was the case. Some say, some will say. I mean,
we've
some
seen
will
some
say.
things. That's what basically that's what I'm saying. Ben Roethlisberger down there in Millersville, like
Yes,
we've
sir.
seen some things, right?
Ooh, ooh.
You
So,
know,
so that's where I am, and I'm just sharing again, keeping in mind February 8th that 334. I just don't have enough at the moment. I don't have enough to make a clear judgment about the whole situation. Couple of things are clear. Clearly, he got arrested. Clearly, it seemed like he might have, if that video is true, clearly he might have had a little bit of tussle to get down. Those are the only thing I could see from my eyes. Everything else, I mean, I'm just holding back judgment, man. And you know, you were talking about it a little bit on the show last night. I mean, right now it's just hard to it's just hard for me to dive right in and say, cut him, don't let him come back, don't rehabilitate him. You're not worthy of grace, you're not worthy of forgiveness, and all of that. And especially to not now, I would say, if an old knucklehead my age doing something like that, period, I'm sorry. He gotta go.
Exactly. You done seen too many pecan seasons. You know better.
Absolutely.
You know better.
Absolutely. And that's something that I feel like I don't want to, you know, skim over and try to pretend like none of this is okay. But I also say, okay, y'all, but before we just throw them off the bridge, let's make sure we get the whole scenario.
The
whole story.
Exactly. Did a police officer sustain any injuries?
One of the charges suggested that they said aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer and resisting an officer without violence to his person. So aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer at the moment, if she, you know, depending on if there were injuries to her, that's probably I was reading about that in Florida. Florida has some really strict rules about battery on an officer down there. So as of right now, that's probably the strongest part of it, if you ask me.
Okay.
I would be willing to think that Arthur Blank is probably, or his people, I'm sure, because they've unfortunately been through this route before with things. I'm sure his people are going to want to talk to James. I'm sure if she allows, his people are going to talk to Ms. Jackson and see what they can find out before they go any further with their, you know, determination on what to do with him at this time, as far as James is concerned.
I mean, I seen a defense attorney, spoke to one earlier today, and they were saying that, you know, a lot of times cases like this right here, because according to what you were saying, I think the charges as far as like the assault or whatever, or the aggravated assault, I think that was just towards the officer, correct? Like, was it
right?
So,
absolutely.
I mean, they were saying that, look, it's a couple $1 million.
Now listen. Look, you know what? And here's, I'm gonna tell you the thing, and this is, you know, and again, I want people to make it clear. Nobody is suggesting that, you know, shenanigans should happen under the table, though they do.
They do.
If he wasn't dating Rakia Jackson, I think that might be the only thing that could be bad for him. I think if he was dating Latasha Smith and around the way girl from whatever, no shame to around the way girls, around the way girls. Absolutely, they could hush this up pretty quick. If it sounds horrible.
It sounds terrible.
It sounds terrible, but stuff like that happens, folks. Get used to it. It happens.
Unfortunately. So I was listening to a show, I believe it was last night, and they were saying that they were like, hey, has Arthur Blank ever brought somebody back after they broke the law. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, bro, he was doing everything in his power to bring Michael Vick back.
Yes, he did.
You
Yes,
know
he
what
did.
I'm saying? I mean, it's like all the other guys. Let's be honest. They were scrubs.
Ah,
Like nobody was worried about losing Prince Shimbo.
So that you know what? It's so funny you said that. I was watching a show that somebody said, "Yeah, he didn't bring Prince Shimbo back." I said, "Yeah, I'm sure he didn't bring Prince Shimbo back because Prince Shimbo is not Michael Vick, and in this case, is not James Pierce
He's not
Jr.
James Pierce Jr. He wasn't Prince Shimbo wasn't sitting at the NFL honors the other night.
No, no, and and even before we even go, I don't know if the man. We don't know if he might have had substance relapse, not say relapse. That suggests he had before. Whether he had a something that came up, I don't know. And there are just so many things that we don't know. Only him and Miss Jackson know at the moment, and I guess the police when they came up on him. That I just don't feel comfortable just ready to. I've watched people's like, cut him, get rid of him. I told you it was gonna happen. Whatever. I told you. I said, yeah, the same people that were screaming when he got 5 sacks in a row.
Exactly.
We can't pretend we can't be Monday morning quarterback 2 months later.
Exactly.
That's where I am right now, man. I just right now reserve the right to say, hey, can I reserve the right to say, can we wait before I give some judgment? Can we wait? And that's where I am, brother. I don't know where you are with it, but that's where I am.
I'm pretty much the same place on. Cause like I don't know if you watched the whole show last night, but it was one of the situations where I was basically like, you know, we don't know. Like we don't know if it was a medical emergency. You know, we don't know if it was a situation where, you know, if all the details are being passed through. Like right now, we're all playing telephone. Like the investigation hasn't been completed. So I mean, and it's like I said last night. Like if we did that's terrible. That's terrible actions to take, right?
Absolutely.
But I mean, I guess it's one of them situations where it's like you got to ask yourself, you know, where are you? Like, where do you stand as far as like the the theory of forgiveness? Like, are you a person that I mean, Bible says we all for everyone sin and falling short of the glory of God.
hey, every last one of us, every
know?
last one. You ain't lying. You ain't never lied.
I know I have.
Bro, do it every day.
Yeah, hello.
Monte Carlo said that boy just ain't wrapped tight. A young bull, he got a bump. He here a few times. Here we are throwing rocks at the penitentiary. He gonna learn fast, especially when they hit them pockets. And that's the one thing that, again, unfortunately with these young cats, you got to remember, man. 23 and he got the money that he done made more money than I'd have ever thought about making in my lifetime in 1 year. And you just don't know how everybody reacts, Lo.
Yeah. And but see, the crazy thing is, you gotta think about it. Like this ain't his first year making money.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I just thought about that. You know what?
That's the
I
crazy
stand
thing.
corrected. I stand corrected.
He been making money since he was a teenager, you know?
I forgot there's some different strokes for these boys.
telling
Matt
you.
Town Dirty brings up a good point. What's up, Matt Town? He said, imagine the talk if he had won Defensive Rookie Award.
Man, boy.
That
That
NFL,
made it worse.
wow.
It
That
would've made it
egg
worse.
in their face. I mean, they're already probably dealing with a little bit of it. But the mere fact that he was at that show, somebody even pointed out, I really didn't even watch the ceremony, but they say his mom was talking on his behalf at the show, making some comments, and I was just like, wow. I mean, I don't know, man. It's
And
it's
I
just
ain't gonna, but you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Me and Coach Ronald were watching it. He was looking mad at his mama.
Oh, really?
Like, why his
Was he?
mama? Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. he was sitting there, and he had like a coin or something in between his hands, in between his fingers. And he was sitting there like he was just sitting there looking like this right here, like, look, you better say something. You better say some good
Oh,
stuff. You better not mess up. You
well,
go back and watch it. I
well,
was like, what's going on?
well, you know what? Well, hopefully, hey, if that was the case, maybe
He was
they.
looking bad then.
Woo. Well, listen. I hope whatever happens, I hope the young man. I hope the young man gets some help, and I hope not for the sake of just excuse me, not for the
Listen,
sake of just thank you, brother. Not for the sake of just playing for the Falcons, but obviously you don't want to be 23-year-old and have that type of rage inside of you.
yeah,
Anyway.
exactly.
That's not
That's a
good. Whether
dangerous
you're
thing.
playing football, whether you're delivering mail, whether you're picking up trash, is that's still not a behavior.
Exactly. Whether you
that
clean
you
the
want.
cars with Jack Spade, it don't
Hey,
matter.
hey, you
Like,
know what, Jack Spade? I gotta get up with Jack. I, but, but look, I'm trying to tell you. Oh man, Carlos said when he talks, you can tell he deals with a great amount of anxiety.
Yeah,
It's kind of interesting that you say that. He does have a little bit of, it makes you wonder. Again, not knowing anything, these young men now that have, you know, some slight behavior things. Did he not take medication? Did he miss a dose? Did these are questions that we're gonna ask after the fact because this is a situation that that it seems really, really bad.
yeah,
And really Ms. Jackson can kind of really, if she wants to, if things what she can really put more of an end to his career than anybody else at this moment right
she
now.
really
So
can.
so only she knows what probably happened between the two of them, and we'll see. The story is gonna tell itself out.
Yes,
It'll tell itself.
yes, yes. I mean, but just like the question is, I just imagine like how it's going to be for him moving forward. Let's say he does come back to the Falcons, right? Like he's going to be, bro. It's like it's going to be tough for him to, first of all, like sponsorship deals and everything like that. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah,
That's
I,
good. That's gonna be tough.
it's not going to. It's gonna be a struggle, bro.
Yeah,
His agent is probably, and I'm pretty sure he got people pulling out on him right now.
man.
I know Lamborghini pulling out on him because they say he tore up his own. Yeah, I know Lamborghini. Like, hey, dog, don't be
What?
taking out. Why you taking out the stuff on our car?
Man.
Man, go sponsor Hyundai or something like that. Don't be like PT Cruiser or something. Don't be doing all that.
Man, shoot.
So look. So we're talking. Like I said, we're talking James Pierce as well, but I also threw the link in the chat if anyone wanted to come on. We were gonna just get a couple of feelings about some things going on with the Falcons. Two things. I don't know whether this was like it was like coming through like breaking news yesterday, which was weird. About Kirk Cousins
Oh
being
yeah, I
being
saw
kind.
that. I saw that.
Okay, so your reaction matched my thought. I mean,
Yeah,
why do you think that was? I mean, they usually don't put up, and especially Adam Schefter. He doesn't throw information out there lightly. Why do you think it was so important for them to get that information out yesterday morning about moving on from Kirk Cousins? Is that to let everybody know he's on the free agent block quick enough? I mean,
I feel like that was a favor for Kirk Cousins.
okay,
I
okay.
feel like that was a PR move from Kirk Cousins people to be like, hey, I'm down to dance, kind of a thing. It's not. I think that was him. That was his way of saying, go ahead and make your plans accordingly for free agency.
Wow. And here's question number 2 behind that. If we go through the NFL right now, Lo, what situation are you gonna have with Kirk Cousins that's gonna be like, I am the starter, which is clearly what he wanted here in Atlanta. But what situation are you gonna have right now in the NFL that he could walk into that says, I will be the man, hands down, no no doubt about it.
Minnesota.
Now,
All day.
I understand where you're coming from, and Carlo agrees with you. Here's my only thing, though. Do you think he wants to go back to a situation where he got a little young pup on the side, and Kirk will throw an interception or 2 on you in a heartbeat?
Well, I think it's one of the situations there. He knows Kevin O'Connell a whole lot better than he knew Raheem Morris.
Right.
So I feel like, bro, at the end of the day, as bad as J.J. McCarthy played, if Kirk Cousins plays as bad as he did with us last year, the year before last, they would still start Kirk a whole year.
Wow. Okay. I figured. I got you.
I mean, what you think?
Probably because my like for Kirk Cousins isn't very high right now, that I probably have the opinion that there is so less of a care about how this affects him personally. I almost want him to suffer. There are a lot of people that probably think they're going to go back and relive the Justin Jefferson 18 touchdowns and stuff like that. I don't know. I think that's gone as far as that is. Excuse me. Chris says if he comes back to the Falcons, I would imagine, there would be a certain rights group outside the bins on game day protesting. Talking about James Pierce. Arthur Blank doesn't want to see that. Well, it also kind of depends, Chris. Here's my only caveat to that. I'm not telling you that allegedly the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, I need that defined. There's something about that, because a car is a deadly weapon too.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know whether that was a hitting of cars. And so many stories going on, so I don't know. That might be. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm just gonna ask the question. I'm just gonna ask the question. Michael Vick,
right,
did all that with those dogs, right?
Right.
The thing everybody forgets is the drug ring.
Oh yeah.
I mean, nobody mentions the drug ring. Whenever they just talk about well, Michael Jackson did this with these dogs. But I mean, it's like it's been erased from history, the whole drug ring situation.
Well, I got some insight on that. Somebody who was part of the cartel for those dogs, for those drug rings, and he's here right now. He was starting.
You think you know somebody
who had intimate information about what was going on with that drug cartel. They didn't have anything to do with the dogs, but the Peruvian blow, he was all in it.
No, not the Peruvian.
You weren't supposed to tell them that, Uncle Steve. What are you trying to get them killed? Jeez, man. Oh my God. Hello?
Will, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Juan. Yeah, get the jet ready now, man. The gig's up, man. We gotta go. Yeah, I know. Look, I don't know. Uncle Steve just told 3 million people on his show.
Dropped the top on.
He just told 3 million. He told everything. Oh, they're definitely coming to get him, but they're coming to get me first. Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks. Hey, everybody.
What's up, T-Will?
I blew your cover, bro.
You did. Oh my God. What I ever do to you, Unc? I'm just saying. I thought we were friends. Oh my God. Wow.
Well,
Wow.
so much for this bus check. What's going on, man? What's going on, T Will?
Hey man, hey, all good, man. Just anxious to hear what's going on with this situation. I was just as surprised as everybody else, man. Super disappointed and wow, man. What a Saturday. You know, we're I think it happened 11 o'clock or 10:30 or something. We get the news and you know, a bunch of us all get on the call and we're having our discussions and my mind is just going crazy. And we did a show last night for like 4 hours. It was an epic show. Wow, man. Just I still can't believe it, man. I mean, I cannot believe it, dude. It's I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed. Because either way, whether we keep him or not, it's just it's disappointing, man. It's disappointing. It puts the organization in a bad situation, and it's not so much. I mean, he's a great player, but it's a different world now in 2026 than it was 12 years ago. You know what I mean? You got a lot more women CEOs. You have a lot of corporate sponsorships, and how are they going to view this? Right? We know how you view it. We know he's a good player, but how are they going to view it? Are they going to start pulling sponsorships and say, "Hey, if you keep this guy, then you know I'm sorry." And that's what it's going to come to. I don't think it's as cut and dry as people make it. Yeah, his bond may be 20,000, and they may cut down some, but you know, I don't know. And the other thing that you really have to worry about is if there is a tape at all of him striking this woman. Oh my God, oh my, that's a different ball game. So. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't. What do you guys think? What do you got? Where are you on? They're either gonna keep him or let him go. Like where are you on that?
T Will, you just said the three words that I think we can all say. I don't know. If you to your point, if a Ray Rice tape shows up and you know what I mean? If something like that shows up where we see something diabolical or something like that, then but right now it's hard for me to just do it because T Will low. I haven't seen anything. And if I haven't seen anything, what makes me scared is I would hate for somebody to judge me on something they heard and didn't see. And this make it clear, folks, we are not trying to build up James Pierce Jr.'s defense. We are just saying, let's see what comes out first before we, just totally, just throw the book at this young man. So that's why I am.
And I definitely agree with you. And what I was just getting ready to say a few minutes ago was like, all that stuff that happened with Michael Vick, the dogs, and everybody forgot about the drug ring. But the fact of the matter is that how many people do we see to this day that tell us, you're gonna have people on both sides of the fence. Because to this day, people say we ain't winning the Super Bowl because we didn't do right by Michael Vick. But you know what I'm saying?
Crazy talk.
Crazy
talk.
So it's one of those cases where if you bring James Pierce back, on the other side of the spectrum, there's going to be a lot of people upset in that regard because it's like, y'all ain't gonna win the Super Bowl because he did what he did. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy.
I got a comment here from Justin Swisher. And he said, "Bo, my buddy did 1 year for aggravated stalking with no priors. I'm gonna put one caveat out there, and that's definitely not disrespecting your buddy. How much money did he have? I say that with all respect, because right now
makes a difference.
It makes a difference. It really does. They might put guardrails around him, he could pay for, to say, listen, if I screw up again, I'll get this, I'll get that. But having those high-powered lawyers in situations will absolutely help. That's what I think.
I mean, bro, think about it. We're seeing it right now. We seeing all these people with all this influence. They literally get caught dead to right. You know what I'm saying? And, you're like, wait a minute, how you still doing this? What's going on?
All you got to do is turn on the news every day. Every day, folks. Every day. Every day. Our brother Bobby was in the house, man. What's going on, brother? He said this feels like the frontal lobe shooting we took when this time with a double barrel shotgun. I saw my internet, my high priced internet go out for a second. He said this feels like the frontal lobe shooting we took when Vic got caught up. Just got it from the back this time with a double barrel shotgun. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell y'all this, and I know it's been 20 plus years. So, well, not 20 plus years. It'll be 20 years. I think if that happened to Vic today, I don't think Vic. I think Vic would have been back with the Falcons.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
Because I do. I feel, well, if the rest of the world kept turning and all the things happened as they happened, and the lessons learned and the precedents that have been set with other cases and other criminal cases and other domestic cases and things of that nature, not, no pun intended, dogging out the PETA folks or things of that nature. But I think we're in a world now where money talks. And I feel like money could have talked its way. I'm not saying Vic wouldn't have gone to jail. I'm not saying he wouldn't have gotten a little bit of a suspension. But I really don't think Vic would have been gone if you knew the information now that you didn't know then. Does that make sense? Like if you knew now what you didn't know then.
So you're saying,
okay,
that after he did all that to them dogs and they found all that those drugs on his property,
yes,
he
would have done a year
in jail.
He would have done a year in jail. He would have been suspended for a year, and they would have brought him back.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, because they talk about bringing Henry Ruggs back. So
absolutely. Yeah. You just heard that. And what is he going to be next? Is it next year that he gets out?
Yeah.
Or is it this year?
No, it's this year he gets out.
Yeah, this year.
They talk about bringing him back next year. Yeah.
So again, this is not telling you that I believe in greasing the palms of folks to get over. I'm just saying I think this is gonna happen. What'd you say, T. Will?
It's going to be interesting, man. The only thing I can say, I guess I'll get my popcorn ready because I just cannot see it. And look it, hey, shout out to you, Uncle Steve, because I'm about to do another one of your. I love JPJ Jr., but I just cannot in 2026. The world is a fishbowl, right? So understand. He did this to a WNBA player, which means you're going to get hell from their side. And I know they don't bring in the revenue, not even one centilla of the revenue that the NFL does, but they are public. And what this does is it focuses the issue off of them because they're trying to get equal pay now. You can figure this is going to be a who ride for Rakia. You're gonna get all the smoke from them. and all of their sponsors and all of the entities that support them, you're gonna get all the smoke from them, right? Yeah, this is tough, man. I don't know. I don't know. And look, I'm not saying I don't want JPJ. Look, what he did was disgusting. Okay, let's be honest. I got daughters. That's disgusting. But to your point, I don't know everything that happened. He could have been under the influence of something. We don't know the whole story. What I can say is it never looks good when you break a woman's nose. It just doesn't look good.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
And that's something I want to make clear too. We've heard. I heard the broken nose. I've heard the ramming of the car. I've heard all of that. What I haven't heard is a policeman say that. What I haven't heard is I don't know. Now again, if it turns out in a couple of hours somebody got a picture of a broken nose, then I'm ready to go there. But I haven't heard that would be too, and especially you think about police now, when police charge people with these crimes and they're making their report, their job is to write the report in such a way that it is clear to make sure you know why these folks are getting arrested.
Right.
I find it odd that in the policeman's report yesterday, he did not speak specifically about anybody. When you hear them do press conferences, there were scratches above the neck. There was a bruise on the arm. There was a thing. I didn't hear any of that. I'm not saying that didn't happen. Make it clear before everybody start running with that. But at the same time, I have yet to hear or see any of that stuff that has happened. So it's going to be hard for me to jump on that wagon until I see it.
Right. No, that's fair, Unc, but I just don't know, man. Like I did not think we would be here. None of us thought we would be here with this. And I tell you what it will do. It's gonna I don't see Arthur Blank and the Falcons taking anybody with questionable character anymore, because in the back of their minds it's gotta be, well, here we go again. You know what I mean? And look, I hope it works out for the young man. I really do. But I don't know. I don't know. Like, to your point, when we get all the information, but what I will say is, God help them. God help them if there's a tape confirming this. Even that thing with Ray Rice. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
even
you good
with Ray Rice. It didn't really escalate until that tape came out of him going Mike Tyson punch out on, like, that killed his career right there. Yeah. So, I don't know.
I feel like, okay, I disagree with you, T-Will. I feel like they should still consider people with character issues.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, you're bringing in kids who are 22, 21 years old,
that
right?
Do dumb stuff.
Look, you show me what 21-year-old doesn't have a character issue.
No, you're right, but I'm saying, I'm not saying that I wouldn't consider it. I'm saying that they may not consider it. Like,
look, if they want to win, if they want to go back to that whole Falcons filter again, they can't. At this point, you legitimately can't do the whole, oh yeah, you got a character issue, we're not going to take you. Yeah. I feel like this is further result of, I hate to say it, Raheem strikes again. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I feel like I feel like Raheem left us another present. Even after he's gone, the room still smells like him. Right?
Did you support them drafting JPJ?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so can we really blame Raheem? And look at I think Raheem needed to go. I'm not saying that, but can we blame Raheem because JPJ chose to do this?
I feel like if you bring in a guy with character issues, that player needs to be coached up a little bit more. He needs to know that there are going to be certain there are going to be certain things that he has to deal with as a result of his actions, right? And after his first year in the NFL, he felt like his anger was more important than the rest of his team and his career. Unfortunately, nobody held him accountable.
I got one comment to read before I introduce our other guest in here. Bobby put a thing in here and said they said the broken nose was on social media posted somewhere. I have yet to see it though. Here's the only thing, Bobby, that I say with that, and not against you or anything. Let me ask you a question. James Pierce Jr. gets arrested yesterday. The rumor is that he physically assaulted her. If there was an authentic picture of that going out there right now, don't you think that would probably be one of the top 10 viewed photos right now going on the internet?
Yeah.
I think right now that would absolutely be one of the most circulated pictures, especially knowing that the story isn't even 24 hours old. So that's the only thing that I, think about that. My brother Coach is in the house. What's going on, Dre? How you doing, my friend?
What's up, fellas? What's up, man? What's up? Not
I
doing
can't.
too good, man. This really hurts my heart, bro.
Well, talk to me, man, because we we want to know your feelings, man, and what you thinking. What did you initially think when you first heard the news, and more importantly, at the moment, what's your, I don't know, just where are you? Where do you stand?
So when I initially heard the news, I was like, man, you can't be serious. Like, I don't I don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe because I had a, a father in my life. Well, really my uncle, but for all intents and purposes, he raised me like I was his son. Who taught me, like don't lose your cool over no woman. I can't see it, bro. You were literally tracking. The, I think you got robbed for defensive player, defensive rookie of the year for sure. But bro, I think this just derails your career because it's been multiple people who've had a domestic and have been released and never to play football again. So to do something so idiotic, so stupid, it just hurt my heart because I just knew, I y'all have heard me week in and week out. I am a huge JPJ fan, huge. I think the only other person I like on this team more is Watts, but I'm a huge fan. And again, he's innocent to proven guilty, but to even have your name in a conversation like this to me is just utterly ridiculous, man. You're a multi-millionaire. She's easily to replace. Again, but again, we don't know. Well, I don't know the situation. I'm just speaking. There's no way I'm gonna let anybody trick me out of my bag, out my money, and I've worked my entire life to get here. It's just utterly stupid to me. Utterly stupid.
Let me turn one thing back on you real quick, and I want you to be as honest as you can, Trey. And again, and again, people, I'm not making excuses. I'm not being Johnny Cochran. I'm not saying that.
You're gonna have.
At 23,
There you go.
do you think? And again, you talked about your upbringing, which I was blessed to have one of those. That I get more. Man, if I even thought about doing something like that, man, I got toe up.
Boy.
Do you think there could be some rehabilitation done if and only if we're not talking about maybe direct physicality to the young lady or something like that? Stalking is still a crime. Don't get me wrong. I'm not dismissing that either. But do you believe in possible rehabilitation if they were to, I don't know, plead to a lesser charge, do a lot of things that we're going to find out here in the next couple of days? Do you think the Falcons could possibly rehabilitate him and bring him?
So if this wasn't a sport thing, absolutely. But because like if this was a normal, he working at Amazon and you know and this happened, absolutely. But because it's a sports team and because they get the caught you guys talking earlier, because they get the flack that they get, i.e., with the Michael Vick. I think they're like, I think it's much easier for them to just wash their hands, wash their hands of a situation, just move on. To be, I mean, and he to me, he just doesn't have anyone to blame but himself. But I think most teams will just, like we have seen, if this issue pops up, teams just wash their hands with the player and move on.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Appreciate you, Bobby. He's absolutely right. As y'all coming in, man, y'all see I have two world-class podcasters sitting in here with me right now, and then also Lois in here.
What?
Talking on the platform. So if y'all want to come join us today, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button for us and join the conversation. I did want to ask you as well, Coach. We want to steer maybe to some in my eyes humorous Falcon talk as far as Kirk Cousins is concerned. T. Will's favorite quarterback was is reportedly cut, and we were just trying to see, big deal to you or much to do about nothing and just keep it moving?
To me, it's much to do about nothing. Like, I mean, anybody with common sense would know that this was coming. There's no way we're gonna pay him the exorbitant amount of money that we would have had to pay him if he was on this roster past the start of the season. So, I mean, I figured this was coming. We can get a low price stopgap QB in here. But yeah, to me, it's much to do about nothing. It was going to happen regardless.
Hey, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, see, they coming in. See, y'all ain't around when Low slanders me. When Low throws the slander at me,
man.
He thought
it's a one directional type of relationship. It's
Low slander by internet.
He keep gut punching me. I just keep taking it. I like, man, look, man, I love you, Unc. It's cool, man. It's all
right. So you're Thor and he's Loki, is what?
Exactly. Right.
I got it.
Exactly.
You remember those? What were the little beings in the? What was the Avengers movie when Loki brought all the Centurions? Oh
my God! Oh.
Back in Batman, they used to call them the henchmen, the people that just got beat up.
Yeah,
you get one punch and they were gone.
Yeah,
we call them the big lows. That's what we call them.
Oh
wow!
Just the
wow.
It
was the Centauri, right? They Centauri.
Centauri.
Man, boy, you see how they do me, y'all. Man.
Well, Lo, let me ask you. Let's talk a little bit about today's game and see what you thinking about that. Seattle, New England is kind of interesting because I swear, as a Falcons fan, I wasn't even thinking about most of that until I really wasn't even thinking about the game because we had so much stuff with the Falcons going on over the last week. But do you have any thoughts? Any thoughts on how the game is going to go, and give us a winner and a score?
This game is going to be just as boring as the lead up to the Super Bowl. Seattle going to win by 13 points. Okay. We're gonna be watching halftime, trying to figure out what Bad Bunny's saying, and by the time it's all over with,
you do have an alternative, Lo.
What's that?
You could watch Kid Rock and Turning Point.
Right.
What? Kid Rock? What? Hold on. What?
Didn't they all cancel? I thought they can't. They
canceled the show in South Carolina. That was
okay.
Wait a minute. They having an alternative Super Bowl?
They having all.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I'm gonna let you.
Wow.
I'm gonna let you.
The other side.
I'm gonna let you look that up.
I got it. I ain't even go look it up. I ain't even go. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Wow. Okay. All right.
T Will said he's gonna watch it. Now, what? T Will, what?
No, I am not.
T Will, look, you don't know about T Will. T Will's the last person that will watch it. Trust me.
Amen. That's crazy. That is.
Everybody,
a lot about it.
Huh?
A lot of people are feeling the way Big Low is, but I don't know if it's because I've been a fan of Drake, and back when we used to have the conversations, that was we gotta have. Oh man, I wanted him so bad, but I'm looking forward to it. I think New England I think Drake gonna win. I love him as a quarterback. I think he's gonna pull it out. I think we're gonna see, Sam do Sam stuff. So
I knew you were gonna say that. I don't even know why. I said to myself, Dre probably gonna go for New England in this game. Give me a score. What you think?
I'm a Drake May. 27-21, maybe. Nah, I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. It's gonna be both of them in the 30s. But I think it's gonna come down to Sam doing Sam things. So,
Bro, Drake's such a good kid, man. Shouts out to Drake, man. Thing I like about Drake, man, he's like your boy. He puts ranch on the steaks. So shouts out to Drake, man.
You put ranch on a steak?
Yes, sir. That's the best way to eat it, bro.
Oh man.
Put that ranch on there. You good to go. Medium.
Eric Parker's in the house. He your brother says he think Seattle by 30, as he say. So by 30. Where are you, T Will, with this game today?
I'm gonna say 35-10. So when I look at the way Seattle
35-10.
Yeah,
great.
I think this is going to be an old school 80s Super Bowl. The way that Seattle's like a big boa constrictor, right? So in the first half, I'm going to show you what we got. You're going to show me what you got. And they just hold you and hold you and hold you. And then it gets a little tighter. And then it gets a little tighter. And then you make a mistake. Oh, wait, you're down by 10. And then it gets a little tighter. And then you make another one, right? And then it gets a little tighter. And the more you try to breathe, they suffocate you. I don't think this game's going to be close. Now, do I think it'll be over by halftime? I don't. But third quarter, fourth quarter, once they figure it out and go into halftime, Seattle's going to beat the bricks off them boys. I don't even think this close. I don't. 35-10 Seahawks.
I'm looking. It's going to be 3-1, Dre. Sorry. I see Seattle. I see Seattle as a more complete team. I think Drake May has not, as much as we giving all the love to him right now, Drake May has not had a great playoff run, and I don't know whether that's because of injury. I don't know what's going on with that, but he hasn't. And quite honestly, the offense has been a slightly pedestrian. I know snowstorms with standing, but the offense has not really been there. I think Seattle's gonna put a lot of pressure on him. I'm kind of in right around the T-wheel thing, maybe not as demonstrative. I think it's gonna be something like 30-20, maybe 30-20 Seahawks. And not even so much the Seahawks are a great team. I still think the LA Rams, if for my money, I know Seattle beat them when they had to beat them. I think that was the most complete team to me in the NFL. They just ran out of luck. But 30-20 for me, Seattle over New England as far as that game.
You know who else beat those Rams?
Oh, the mighty Atlanta Falcons.
The mighty Atlanta Falcons. Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are. So we tell them we are the Falcons. The JPJ Falcons. I'm just kidding. All right.
Wow.
You know, it's kind of interesting that T-Wheel was actually trying to hold a tune together there for a quick second.
Oh, wow.
I almost thought about recording that, but then
I
also didn't want my ears to bleed tonight.
Oh, wow.
So I just went on and said, I'm going to hold tight.
Hey, T-Wood, didn't you go to the Uncle Steve School of Singing, if I'm not mistaken? Did you go to the Uncle Steve School of Singing? Am I right,
Wait.
y'all?
Wait, hold up.
Uncle
Are
Steve taught you?
Are you insulting him or me? Hold on. wait.
right.
Both of
You see what I'm
y'all.
saying? See
Both
what
of
I'm
y'all.
saying?
That's
I'm wait. He's getting ready to turn on Dre in a second. Dre think he unprotected. He getting ready. The low getting ready to
Hey.
turn on you
Oh,
in a
Hey.
minute. That's
I'll
what
bow out. I'll bow out.
oh,
Y'all got it.
oh, Unc, you're
And
not
so-
a fan of TMX?
Hey, nah.
You
I'm
ain't heard
good.
of TMX?
I'm good too. Well, I'm
Oh,
good.
wow.
I'm good.
It be
As
your
long,
own people, man.
as long as he don't sing, that's all I'm saying.
Coach,
he
it
can-
be your own people, man.
He can growl. He can growl and rap, but he want to. But as soon as he start trying to harmonize,
It's all
we
good.
can't do that one.
It's all good. It's
There's
all
only one
good.
singer on the panel. There's only one singer on the we know.
Boy,
We
yeah.
know.
Well, I wouldn't make Southern Silk. Is that what you're saying? I couldn't go on the road with y'all and be a backup singer. You know.
I mean, if my bags aren't as heavy,
Oh,
I'll get you and
wow.
Jack to help me get my bags. If y'all want
Yeah,
to,
I can't answer that one for you, T. Well,
Oh, wow.
I did want to run one last thing by y'all before we go, since I have this illustrious panel again on here. We talked a whole lot over the last week or so, and prior to the news we've been getting this weekend, and about what the Falcons are going to do free agent wise. And unfortunately, with last night's news, unfortunately, we may need to be rethinking some of those decisions, quite possibly. I want to know, going player by player, of the certain ones that I'm going to put out there, and just your thought. I mean, we're talking about a month from now, where we're going to need to start talking about this stuff. But player by player, who the Atlanta Falcons are going to be looking to possibly retain. It's kind of hard to be a free agent until we figure out who's staying and who's going. So I want to start at the top, which is the number one person that we all are talking about as far as free agent is concerned, and that's Kyle Pitts. Now, I want to start with you, Lo, and see what you think about Kyle Pitts, stay, go, or in his case, and I think he might be the only one for the team that would be in this case, stay, go, or franchise.
in the words of one of the illustrious R&B groups of the early 2000s, Ideal. I think you need to leave me alone. I think you need to go. Kyle Pitts.
Wow.
What does Kyle Pitts do that everybody else can't do?
Block.
I said, what does he do?
Oh, what is he?
What does he do?
I thought you said what he does do. I'm sorry.
No. What does he do that everybody else can't do?
I don't know. I can get a cheaper version of him in here to do it. I can.
Hello.
I really can. So that sounds like a winner to me. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Dre, when you start talking about free agents? Kyle Pitts. What do you do? Keep, release, or franchise?
I say keep. People scream franchise. You franchise them. That's what 13 mil.
More about
That's
15.
right around. Yeah. That's right around the average base pay for tight end anyway. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter. I think you keep them. Like I said, for anything for 15 and under, I think is a steal. Well, it's not a steal. I think that's what he deserves, 15 and under. And just running back with him. He is getting better, and he did have, a I'm not gonna say unworthy, but what's the words? Unpolished quarterback throwing to him for half the year, and he still almost got 1,000 yards. So, um, yeah, I say bring him back.
Where are you, T. Will, with Kyle Pitts?
What's the name of that? We them boys, man. Franchise that man. Franchise. We them boys. We them boys. Franchise him. Franchise. It's a franchise. That because I've always been a little leery of a player that balls out in a contract year. Oh, he balled out last year in a contract year. But then what about after that? So I mean, look, you can always come back and pay him again. But do we sign Caden Ellis? Not like there's some other decisions we have to make. So for me, I franchise tag him. I think it will be 15 million. But if you think you're gonna sign him on a deal for 15 million, Kyle wants that money, man. I think it's gonna cost us a little more to sign him to a deal. So I say franchise him. I'll be the lone wolf. Franchise him.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Low on this one. I think you got to look at releasing him. If they were going to franchise him and maybe trade, I saw somebody put something in here. Willie was talking about trade him to the New York Jets, who definitely have some assets that we could use as far as some draft capital. Maybe you can think about doing that for him. But I'm right now, I think our other needs on the team probably outweigh the big contract we have. Now, I know there's a other side of it where you say, you know what, until we get that second receiver situation straightened out, he becomes your second best receiver on the team next to Drake. So I do understand that as well. I don't know. I'm just probably not at this moment. I'm just not there.
I mean, what can Kyle Pitts do that Njoku can't do?
That's what I say. And
you don't think Kyle Pitts is a little faster? Well, everybody, y'all don't think Kyle Pitts is a little faster? You think he can't run by? Like I like it. I like Njoku. I have no issue with that. If you bring him in, great.
I'd rather have a guy that runs 4.6 100% of the time than a guy that runs 4.4 55% of the time.
Damn! Drop that mic. Drop that mic, Low. I can't say anything. You got me there, man. But you don't think it's like more 70% of the time, like maybe even an 80 this year?
I mean, it could be
a pretty good year, you know.
Yeah, he had a good year. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, but I mean, the thing about Kyle is that he always goes off when there's nobody else to throw to. Right?
You talking about Tampa Bay games? That's it. It's just Tampa Bay games.
If I'm playing Uno and I'm the only one that's playing, I'm gonna win every time, right? Uno out,
yeah. We placed him in the average category when we did our player grade. So I mean, I don't know. When it comes to Cal, I don't care one way or the other. Honestly, he's not a piece, in my opinion, that really moves. I think he just was a casualty of terrible coaching.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'm gonna move on to the next player, and it's somebody that is gonna be a kind of an interesting case to me. Caden Ellis, man. Caden Ellis, when he came here, if y'all remember, he wasn't really a starter with New Orleans. He was more of a package player that ended up with a lot of sacks his last year there. But here in Atlanta, it's clear that he became kind of the man when he was here. So, do you at 31, which he'll be 31 this year, do you take a chance on him and pay him, or do you let him walk? I'll go the opposite way this time. Dre, what you think?
I think we got some young bulls that need to learn to fly. I say let Caden go. I mean, he is, again, so I know he's a linebacker. You really don't expect him to be too great in coverage, but he was targeted 67 times and gave up 44 catches for a completion percentage of 65.7 with 361 yards. So I mean that, and then on the flip side, it's pass rush. You know, he hurried the quarterback 8 times, but only had 6 hits, 1 back, and 3.5 sacks. So, I mean, he's not doing for the money you could pay him. You get the same somewhat production out of a young cat that you can, that can learn to develop. He is what he is at this point. You can get one of the young guys behind him to start developing. Uh, so for me now, I would. Thank you, sir. You were great. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm just saying for the money and for his production, I think you could find better, or not find better. I think you could allow the youngins to start developing.
So obviously, Dre won't be on the Ellis Christmas list this year. What do you think he will when you start talking about Caden Ellis?
He's no longer invited.
Hey.
He can't-
No longer invited. He's
not
Hey,
invited.
I'm harsh when it comes to defense, man. I'm harsh.
Not invited. I think the events of yesterday kind of make signing Ellis, to me, a little more urgent, because we don't know if we're going to have JPJ, right? Which means you kind of need Jalen available to pass rush if he's not going to be there. So for me, I sign him, but if it's a 4-year deal, the last 2 I've got the option to cut them. So we'll do 4-year deal. Guaranteed money will be in the first 2. Look, if you're performing great, we'll talk about the 3rd. If you're performing great, we'll talk about the 4th. But the guaranteed money will be in the first 2 years. Those are my thoughts. Because again, he is a leader on that defense. Now, if JPJ hadn't did what he did, then I might entertain cutting him a little bit, but I don't think you can do that now. So that's just me.
Where you at, Lo?
Well, whenever I look at the linebacker depth, the last thing I want to see is number 40 on the field. Right. So
Hold on, Lo. Respectfully.
respectfully, exactly. Yes, respectfully. JD Bertrand, you see me though, try to beat me up. So I don't want to see you on the field. So
Yeah, he needs to be selling. He needs to be a door-to-door vacuum cleaner salesman.
there you go. There you go. Look,
And not the stand up, the old school with
the old school
holes
joint
in
with the holes on it.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the canister,
yeah,
right?
the
That's,
I mean, look,
yeah,
I mean,
he is utterly trash.
There's a lot of jobs he could do. He could pass out the air fresheners at the car wash. I mean, he can do a lot of stuff, right? I just
He
don't
could
want
be the
him feeling
dude in
that
the
he
bathroom
can.
handing out the towels and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? At
shoot,
the
you
club,
know?
when you walk
Yeah, I
in there,
mean-
he could be that dude. I don't know.
So with the fear that I have in that regard, I would seriously consider bringing him back. I don't know if it's a situation where he will want to come back. This would be his 3rd coach with the Falcons, but yeah, I would definitely want to bring him back.
Man, I almost hate the fact that I've agreed with Lo on 2 different
World,
decisions.
like-
Kind of make me want to go back to church today and see if I need to go ahead and just make sure.
So you went to church. You went to church. That's why you're on the right page. See, you know.
You gotta get the life right. I hear you.
Dre, I believe in what you're saying as far as the young pups behind him.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. As I go look in the stash right now, where are they? Right now, I don't really have anybody that I see to train. I mean, what are you talking about? Josh Woods? What are you talking about?
I mean, Jalen Walker, possibly.
I mean,
But with this happening,
Jalen Walker it's Jalen and Divine are exempt from this conversation. I'm talking about being able to train up the next group. You see what I'm saying? And from your standpoint, Drake, that would be the perfect scenario situation. But for me, I just feel like we're not ready yet to let that go.
Right.
So from that standpoint, I think I'm gonna have to re-sign him. I don't want to re-sign him for T. Will was a little strong with that 4 years. I probably would look at something like maybe see if I could get 2 years with because you might only need him for one. If you can bring some linebackers in here and he can do that nurturing like Dre was talking about, then you might, push that guarantee money up and then be able to cut him the second year. But I think I have to bring him back for just that we don't have any other linebackers out here right now.
I guess it really depends on like the amount of money he's talking. Like I understand what y'all are saying. We, definitely don't want Bertrand out there. Absolutely not. But I just, to me, he's another Grady situation. And I was saying for years, it's time to move on. He's great, but he don't command the money that we got to pay him. And so, to me, that's just the situation. I think I would take even a lesser quality versus having to pay him the amount of money. To me, he's stealing. Like he's good, but he ain't worth the money.
Now, only because I just got a call that our wings are upstairs. This is going to be my last person that I put up here.
Don't mess with Uncle Steve when it comes to food.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Look, she got that stuff ready early. So
Wingstop.
Shout out to place called Chicken Run around here. Wingstop is good.
Oh, that's the joint y'all had when we were there.
Wait,
Yeah.
When
you were here last time.
You're by Chicken Run?
Say what now?
You live by Chicken Run?
Yeah, it's a Chicken Run place. Right, maybe
in Locust Grove.
No. In McDonough.
Because we got to. I'm right by Chicken Grove in Locust Grove. That's why I'm like, oh my god.
No. They probably have a couple of stores over there. Okay. I mean, a couple of places. Does it stand alone? Is it standalone, T. Will, or is it connected to us?
I think it's in a plaza with the gas station.
Okay, same here. Same here.
Okay.
Now that's probably the
same
people.
Soul Country, man. Jesus.
Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's better than cotton picking chicken.
Everybody ain't uppity like you, Dre. Look, Dre ordering sushi and shish kebabs for his Super Bowl party.
No sushi, but nah. Just we got Plucker, we got chicken.
That kind of country too. That Plucker,
Pluckers.
I know, right? This is the last person I'm gonna ask right here, and really it ties into what happened the last 24 hours, y'all.
I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all this is gonna be short because Uncle Steve, when there's food involved,
at least I let y'all know.
He goes to the Waffle House and hang up on me. I just want to let y'all know.
At least Arnold Ebiketie, folks. Let's put it the best case scenario with everything that kind of went down today with James Pierce. You almost automatically say probably 8 games. Are we kind of in agreement that that's probably without knowing another thing that you're probably going to lose him for half the season? That makes Arnold Ebiketie another person that you got to think about. Is that somebody for that you want to possibly hold on to? I know he's going to want to try the free agent market, but maybe it's somebody that you want to hang on to. Arnold Ebiketie has not. If over the last 4 years, he's been our leading overall sack person. And we can't act like he became expendable a little bit with the emergence of Walker and Pierce. But now we got to start thinking about that. I'm looking at his numbers ahead. Now I know he only had the 6 sacks last year, 2 years in a row, but it might be somebody that you want to think about holding on to. What y'all think? Start with you, T. Will, on this one.
AK-47. When you absolutely have to kill every MFer in the room, except no substitutes. We got to have him back, man. Let's go. That was from Jackie Brown, by the way. Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah, no, we gotta. Look, we don't know. It's at least 8 games. Could be full season. So yeah, You're gonna need AK-47. Bring it back. Come on back, AK. Come on back.
What you got on this one, Dre?
So yeah, absolutely, positively, hell to the no.
Damn.
I mean,
You just want to cut the
you,
whole
you
team. Damn.
in 17 games, you get 5 hurries, 4 QB hits, 2 sacks, uh, 11 pressures. His tackles, he had 36 combined tackles. Like, you literally played every game this year, and your numbers look like those of someone who didn't play at all or is second to third string. Um, I'm happy for what you've done for us in the past. Uh, Great mentor if you were to our young guys, but I'm about letting the young guys get burned. And I mean, if it don't, dollars make sense. So if it don't make sense, it don't make the money. So no, I'm fine. I'm fine with letting him walk.
Hold on 1 second. I'm getting a call from Cameroon. Hold on. Hello? AK, what's going on, bro?
Yeah.
On the bottom, right below me?
Mhm.
Nah, I don't know who he is. He just came in. Nah, no, you. Nah, but yeah, me and you still good, bro. Okay, okay, I'll tell him. All right, all right, Pete. Yeah, I'll tell Lo Hey. Oh, dang, Dre, that's another invitation you ain't getting this year. So,
Hey, I'm fine with it, bro. I'm fine with it.
Oh man,
Oh,
man.
nah,
I am okay.
nah, nah, I hear you, man. Lo, are you gonna be on the train with with Dre?
Well, I tell you what, because I don't want you to copy my answer this time, so I'm gonna let
Okay,
you. I'm gonna let you go first.
oh, you stupid.
oh man.
I, so he stays. I think he stays. I think you give him 2 years, and he stays. And again, there's nothing Dre is saying that's wrong. His lack of time is because the 2 guys that were drafted in here to come play took his time and took his normal minutes. And if we add, oh my God, Zach Harrison to the list, who ended up getting hurt, Epiketti might not have even got that time. If you think about it, remember, Harrison was doing pretty good before he got hurt last year. So right now, I just say of need. If none of this happens yesterday, I probably say goodbye to Epiketti real easily. But for right now, I say, hey, agent, before you do your thing, not even talking franchise at all. He doesn't deserve that. But I say, hey, what's the cheapest I can get you to stay in a defense that you'll thrive in at least for half the season? Maybe we'll even think about trade. Remember, he was on the trade block this past year. So maybe even somebody to say from that point, and Dre just thinking, hey, I might not need you the whole season, but I need you to at least hold it down for half the season. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I am. I ain't low, so you can go ahead and copy off me.
Unfortunately, I'm copying you. Yeah, I think they. I think interesting. Yeah, I think what happened last night, it might make the Falcons panic a little bit. They might want to try to keep somebody in there who's familiar, unless they. I don't know if it's one of those cases where it's like, they'll look at going stopgap as far as the edge rusher and consider bringing in somebody like a Khalil Mack to kind of coach up the young pups or whatever. But you know, at the end of the day, you can only have so many stop gaps, right?
That's right. That's right.
So
Absolutely.
this could be I think they might consider Arnold Ebiketie for a 1-year deal. And say, hey, you just want to run it back with us one more time. We'll see what happens. And, you know, if you decide to stay or if we need you to stay long term, we'll really break you off.
There you go. There you go. All
I
right.
mean,
We
but you
can
got, but you got.
speak your
I
mind, Dre.
just, I
Speak
don't
your
know.
mind.
You got Khalid Kareem, which I mean, he could
Yeah.
probably give you the exact same thing that Arnold gave you. Like I don't know. I
You
can't.
think so?
To me, it's the money just don't. It don't add up.
Yeah.
You know, and Dre, I if none of this happens in the last 24 hours, I'm not even thinking about it. I
Right.
just thought about this only because right now we need not only a little bit of talent and familiarity with what Ulbrich is doing. And that's the only reason I say that. Now, I'll say this. If there's some free agent talent out there that may be able on the cheap to get the same job done, oh, I'll bring that in a heartbeat. So I'm not just making him the end all be all like he's the greatest pass rusher ever. I'm just saying it would make sense right now for us to try to see what we can get. I'm not sure
Right.
Ebiketie is going to get $10 million a year out there on the free agent market. I don't think he is. I think he's more he's probably like a 3-year, $20 million type person where they'll push 15 up to
Right.
get all the guarantee money out the way, in my opinion. So
Yeah.
I think go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying real quick because I know you got to go. I'm just saying we got the Khalid Kareem guy, we got Braylon Trice. We have pieces in the tuck that
Mhm.
we can plug in. Well, I mean, provided that Braylon can finally stay healthy.
That's
Uh,
a big if.
but right, but I mean, I don't know. I get
No,
what y'all saying,
no,
but
you on point, man. There's there's nothing that I don't understand what you're saying. So most of the time, almost like your logic makes sense. It's just right now, I just say I'm probably looking a little more desperate because I truly do think the young man who surprised us all this year is not going to be here. I'm just more trying to look quick fix, but Dre, trust
and
me, when you and I
that's how you
do,
get yourself in bad situations. That right there is because you feel like you got a gun to your head. You know what I mean? Then you got it. I.e. Kirk Cousins. Well, yeah, sort of Kirk Cousins. I mean, that just to me that screams bad organization. If the player is not producing, bump the money, bump them, and keep it moving.
so
Continuously
I'm
get
being
players.
Raheemish. That what you're saying? I'm being
Yeah,
Raheem.
yeah. Yeah, but
No,
yeah, but
no,
I
that
get
makes
y'all.
no, that makes sense. No, that makes sense a lot. Listen, folks, I have enjoyed this panel. I really enjoyed the three guys we got on here. Love doing shows with them. If y'all don't mind, before y'all break out of here, could y'all go ahead and let everybody know where you are? Starting with my brother T. Will, uh, who is probably getting ready to get on a plane and go to Santa Clara right now.
I wish from
All
your
right,
mouth
all
to God's ears.
right,
Love
T. Well, you know how Uncle Steve is about eating, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you know. Don't be taking too long, T. Will. You gonna hear it. Look, you gonna see a whole
Don't
other
worry.
side of
Don't,
Unc now. Unc don't
hey,
play by that
don't
food.
worry. Don't worry. He gonna get that Grammy clop off. I'm like, all right, yeah.
And I'd like to thank.
Right.
Hurry up, Stevie. Come on, let's go. No, hey, for my ATL Movies 1, if you like TV series and movies, we do that. For my ATL Sports 1, if you like ATL Sports, One Time for the Fan, you can see me there. Hey, Uncle Steve, as always, brother, love doing shows with you. Thank you for having me. Big Low, Coach, always a pleasure doing shows with y'all. Enjoy your Super Bowl.
Hey man, you are the man. Thank you, T. Will. Appreciate y'all. One time for the fan as well. Always doing this thing out there with everybody's favorite landscaper, Jack Spade, doing
Wow,
his thing, and
that's
Kerry.
Wow.
So my brother Dre has not only been, and I hated it too. I wanted so bad to be part of uh,
Oh, it's
the
okay,
player
brother.
grade this
Always
past
okay.
Wednesday. I got a chance to get on with him and Armani last week. But I always I like smart people. I'm attracted to smart people, which is why Low has been one of the hardest relationships I've ever been in. But I just it's
Wow.
I you know
Wow, I
you love
laughed too hard.
you
My
you
bad.
love them, but it's just but
It overwhelmed you. I understand. The intelligence
Damn.
overwhelmed you. Go ahead.
Damn.
but I mean, I'm not even joking. If it's somebody that always can put it in perspective and not even in the way I want it, is always Dre, man. Just appreciate you, brother. Tell everybody where you are, man, especially on Wednesday.
Yes, sir. First and foremost, anybody that can hear my voice, man, if y'all are out there on the highways and byways, please be safe. Get to and from the same way you get home or get to where you're going the same way you left. Please be safe out there, people. But yeah, you can find us on the Coach's Corner every Wednesday, new time because Armani's in school. Congratulations to him, which is 9 Eastern, 8 Central. And just come in, man. Check us out. Um, I tell people all the time, you're not gonna like my takes because I speak it from truth and from the heart. But one thing about it is 80% of the time my takes come true. So come in, argue with me, tell me I'm wrong. Let's talk about it. Find us on the Coach's Corner. Uh, as always, man, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Don't worry if you missed the show; it's totally okay. Big Low, a pleasure as always, and T Will, pleasure as always.
There is a if y'all the reason why he has his little green screen on the Falcons, there is a trophy behind Dre that says, "Man, I warned y'all about Raheem trophy," and that's sitting on his mantle. He doesn't want to say it out loud, but he told us. He told us before it happened about Raheem. I remember him telling us. So I give him a whole lot of credit for doing
Unfortunately,
what
I'm not happy that I was right about that. I can tell you that.
I know you weren't, but I know the logic. Like I told you, the logic is always solid. So that's why I always respect that, man. My brother,
Thank you, brother.
to the other side of me, Low, uh, always, man, just love teaming up with this brother right here. He got my
We need more
hamstring worked
videos.
up. Yeah, yeah. See, that's what I was just about to say because I never got residuals from any of the videos that we made. So this might be since the football season over with today. This might be the last time he and I are online together for a little bit until we do some renegotiation
Oh
on this.
wow.
I didn't get.
Oh
I didn't even
wow.
get Dre. I didn't even get a featuring. You know how they say the
Wow.
main
Yeah,
person
feature.
featuring.
Right,
I didn't
right,
even get a
right.
featuring on.
Go
So
go back and watch the
Hey,
video.
hey,
You
hey,
Go,
go
featured
in
in
his
the video.
office.
My new
Go,
album is
go
coming
in
out
his
on Tuesday.
office
Flash.
before
It's
9
gonna
to
be
5.
right,
Sit on his
right.
balcony.
Oh, wait a
Flash.
minute.
It's
Did I
gonna be
get
the top.
edited into a featuring?
You was on there for the jump, huh? It says
I was on there.
Big Low
Oh, all
featuring
right.
Uncle Steve. See,
Okay,
look at there. See,
I might take that back. Then.
look at that.
All
See
right,
that.
so we got
That's how they do you, y'all. That's how they do you. You know, ain't even show, right? Ain't even show.
oh man. Tell her where to go, Low.
Hey man, look, I'm Big Low Country. I make sure y'all come check us out at Big Low Country Sports. Just old country boy, former football coach. I love to sit around and talk about sports, man. We're going into this off season, but look, we're gonna make the best out of it and have a good time while we get ready for the 2026.
Hey, hey, it sounds like a winner. Everybody out there, appreciate y'all joining me. If you don't mind, not only subscribe to these guys on the screen, but before you leave out, hit the like button on this stream for me. I appreciate it. I know everybody's getting ready to go enjoy the pregame and enjoy what we got going on in the Super Bowl this year. We'll be back to talk more Falcons throughout the week. Of course, when free agency starts, when the franchise tag, I think that's the first thing that comes up. Franchise tag comes on. We'll be talking about those type things. And these are the type of folks that you want to get your information from, folks that know what they're talking about, entertaining, and put it in a way that you all can understand what's going on. So on behalf of these three fine gentlemen, I am Uncle Steve here in Uncle Steve's Lounge. I appreciate everybody joining today. Y'all have a great Super Bowl Sunday, and peace.
You're in Uncle Steve's Lounge.